to read it all out. I still will. It's relatively long, so I apologize ahead of time. But I'm so blown away by all of you here and everything that's being done for me here today. I'm trying not to get emotionally, very easily just kind of lose it, but anyway, okay, my husband's showing me that. Obviously, I mean, the words thank you aren't even enough, but okay. So the time has come. This life-changing event that I still find hard to relate to. I've been thinking of so many things I want to say for quite a while now, but please forgive me for reading my speech because I don't want to miss anything or just kind of ramble on, which I have a propensity to do at times. So first of all, I just want to thank all the amazing addresses here that were given to me by the mayor and Anna and my colleagues and Mary and the counselors who are here present today, and of course each and every single one of you, for all the kind words and amazing accolades. I barely recognize myself and not sure at all that I deserve such praise, but I'm truly honored and grateful for this incredible farewell party. What a party! Oh, is Judy still here? Okay, so I want to thank you as well. I know that every speech should follow 3 fundamental rules. Number 1, be funny, witty, or amusing. Number 2, be sincere and meaningful. And number 3, be as brief as possible. I think it's just already been pointed out, I can be a bit of a rebel, which some of you may know about. So I'm going to break 2 of those 3 rules, and the only rule I am going to stick with is that I am going to add a sincerity factor. So, oh gosh, I got 2 first pages. That's Okay, well, I actually do feel quite overwhelmed at this point and trying to express how I feel. But I hope that all of you know how much your presence and well wishes mean to me. Most retirees talk about how we are family at our workplace and how important our friendships, good working relationships are to our well-being. But my emotions today go even beyond that. It occurred to me only the other night that I have actually worked for Vaughan for half of my life, for 32 years. That's very short. This is something especially to reflect on today as I celebrate my 64th birthday. I'm proud of it. A quick synopsis of the first half of my life features my arrival in Montreal as a 5-year-old refugee child, growing up in Niagara, moving to Ottawa, meeting my future husband there 42 years ago, moving back to Toronto, and the birth of my 2 wonderful sons. And then moving to the town of Vaughan in November of 1981. Of course, there's a lot more, but I could write a book on that. Then I began my job at Vaughan, part-time, as I think Mary already had pointed out, sorry for the repetition, but it was on January 24th, 1984, which was the official opening day of Garnet-Woodlands Community Center. And by the way, Garnet was a state-of-the-art facility at the time, and already an indication of a future trend for the town to grow and develop into the dynamic and progressive city that Vaughan has become. And it's been a pleasure to go on that ride with it. And so the ride of my second half of life has begun, or began, which prominently included getting caught up in an engaging work life, which, as the cliche goes, while making other plans. The rest, as they say, is history, quite literally, and it has become history. I think some of these things are definitely in archives now. I'd like to pause here before going on to acknowledge my family. First, with love and compliments to my husband, Bernie. Wave, Bernie. With patience and good nature, I have sorely tested all these years while I worked on staff holidays and many weekends, evening events, or just stayed late to get the work done. His unending support continues to be my rock of strength. Our sons, Aaron and Nathan. Aaron Rose. Grew up in Vaughan, attended Vaughan camps and programs, and worked as camp counselors, jobs which they both credit in helping guide them to their career paths as high school teachers. Along with their lovely wives, Jen and Karen. Jen and Karen, wave. We now have a great joy of 4 perfect grandchildren. The 2 oldest are here today, Aaron and Jen's Taya, who is 5, and Nathan and Karen's Noah, who is 4. Taya has 2 younger brothers at home, Evan and Reed, and these 4 kids are my inspiration for the future ahead. They fill my heart with joy and will help make this next stage of life so much easier to transition to. Now, being more. I really have to focus on what that signifies to me in my next years to come, because it's so hard to leave all of you here. There will be so much for me to miss and reminisce about. One old saying that really holds true is that you don't really know someone until you live with them, travel together, or worked with them. Well, I don't know what I did to deserve the incredible good fortune of working with so many of you who truly gave meaning to the words caring and sharing. It is a privilege to have clicked with so many colleagues and to have been rewarded with a special sense of community which has enriched my life so much. Now I can almost conclude by saying thank you for everyone for all your contributions to the enjoyment of my work here. No, not all the time, for sure, be lying or exaggerating, but certainly enough to make the 32 years fly by and leave such valued memories. You all have a place in my heart, and likely provided me enough material for that second book. I'm truly, truly proud to have worked at Vaughan and thankful for the job satisfaction which has defined my working life here. This is a special and tremendous gift which I will take away, cherish, and keep with me always. Finally, I turn the spotlight on my events team, who have steered or went along on the ride with me on this great trip. It's been an honor and a privilege. I know that events will continue to be dynamic, exciting, and important in Vaughan, and I wish my colleagues all my personal best for continued success. You're all very special, and I think you know that. Don't worry, it's the last page. As most of you know, I do love to travel and have plans coming up, and a big or long go-to list to check off. But I also hope to be back from time to time. I've been commanded to do so by the mayor. And so no final goodbyes are really needed today, only fond farewells and best of wishes for the holiday season with the joys of health, peace, joy, and happiness to one and all of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.